Good morning, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. I've got this gorgeous 2011 GMC Yukon XL, also known as the Chevrolet Suburban. Absolutely stunning vehicle. This will be a test drive and driving impression video of this vehicle as we get it out on the road, put it through its paces, take you along with us for the ride so that you can see and hear everything that we see in here. Just want to take a quick walk around just to show you how brilliant the exterior of the vehicle is and how nicely it presents before we hop on in and get started. We'll include links to both videos we have. We have a nice walk around video where we demonstrate as many functions and features. We'll include links to both videos in the description portion of the ad, anywhere you find this vehicle for sale. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. $173,379 original miles. Absolutely stunning. No warning lights on, no malfunction indicators on. Absolutely stunning vehicle. This vehicle was recently traded into our dealership. Very nice gentleman traded it in, taking great care of it. Beautiful 22-inch wheels on this vehicle. Interior is very clean, very well optioned, very well equipped four-wheel drive SUV. We got a great deal on it because it was a trade-in, so we're able to pass that great deal on to you. Had we bought this vehicle from auction, we couldn't have afforded to offer this vehicle at the price we are offering it at, so our savings is going to be your savings. We have our just regular standard markup that we do. We don't try to get greedy on any one individual sale. Very well optioned, very well equipped vehicle. Tri-zone climate control, driver, passenger, and also rear controls. Third row seat. As you can see over here, you also have a DVD system in both headrests in the rear. You have HomeLink, you have OnStar, heated seats in the front, heated seats in the rear, power seats on both front and rear. Steering wheel controls for most of your multimedia as well as your cruise control. Volume controls right there on the side. You have tow haul mode, a tow hitch installed with a 10,000 pound capacity. Four-wheel drive, obviously. Fog lights, upgraded headlights, running boards, upgraded wheels. 5.3 liter V8 engine. These 5.3 liter V8s have a great reputation. GM has used this in many of their trucks and SUVs for decades and decades. It's a time-proven powertrain and one of the best engines that ever came out of the GM plant. This vehicle also has a new transmission that was installed by the gentleman who traded it in. It was actually done in the last year. He said he spent about $6,000 on the transmission. Other than that, everything else on the vehicle was great. Transmission's recently done, very well taken care of vehicle. No expense has been spared in the upkeep and maintenance of the vehicle. It is one of the nicer looking ones out there, especially for its age, and also, since we got a great deal on it and we're passing that to you, also one of the best priced ones. Folks, this is one of those opportunities where you can have your cake and eat it too. Many of my friends and colleagues that are in the business, they always ask me why sometimes I price some vehicles really affordably and some others not. Well, that's simple. I mentioned it at the beginning of the video. We have our standard markup that we try to make on every vehicle. If we get a better deal, you get a better deal. If we have to pay a little bit more for something because there's a lot more interest at it in an auction, where we're at a setting and an environment where hundreds of other dealers are fighting to get it, then unfortunately the market demands that we pass that premium on to you. But in some rare cases where it's just us and the original owner, we get to cut the auctioneer and the auction out of the equation and all of their fees associated with that. And the gentleman who traded in was very reasonable and gave us a great deal on it. Well, we can pass that savings on to you. This vehicle would at least have been a couple $1,000s more expensive had we bought it from auction, and probably wouldn't have been as nice. We don't anticipate it's going to be here for long. We do offer trade-ins, obviously. Extended warranties are also available. This vehicle just performs and looks beautiful. This next section of road here has a lot of uneven pavement, rough roads, and potholes, and it really puts the suspension through its paces. Oftentimes, if there's ever any excessive wear and tear on the front suspension, the front end, whether it be an upper or lower control arm, ball joint, sway bar link, tie rod end, we'll typically hear the movement and the rattles and clunks on this section of road, and I'm not feeling or hearing any of that. These 22-inch wheels are equipped with lower profile tires, so you don't have as much rubber on that wheel. You have more wheel than you have rubber. That does cause for a little bit of a stiffer ride, but it rides exactly as it should with the current configuration that it's in. you want a little bit more of a comfortable ride, you'd want to go to the factory. I believe they were 16 or 17 inch wheels where they have a really tall sidewall on the tire. That'll add a little bit more bounce and be a little bit more forgiving on rough roads. But had I not mentioned that, you really wouldn't have noticed it when you drove it. It actually performs really nicely, and these wheels look so nice. I think they're worth it. Folks, on this section of road, we'll do a 0 to 60 acceleration run going up this hill, going on an incline and with the AC blasting, putting maximum load on the vehicle. Won't give it full throttle, but we give about 50% throttle here, 60, 70%, 80% throttle. And as you can see, it goes beautifully, shifts nice and smooth. Going up this hill, that beautiful V8 roar. And as we stomp on our brakes, to safely get down to a slower speed. We also don't notice any shaking or shimmying on the steering wheel, on the pedal, or on the chassis of the vehicle. Nothing that would indicate any warpage of the brakes or rotors whatsoever. I apologize about my phone. It seems to go off on every video multiple times, so if you're used to watching my video reviews, you are no stranger to hearing that chime in the background. Folks, I really like this vehicle. I wish I had a need for an SUV, a larger SUV like this. I just actually bought a brand new SUV a couple years ago. It's a 2023. I don't really have a use for another one, but this would have been definitely one I would have considered keeping. It's the perfect size to get the entire family in there. Usable third row seat, very nice to drive. Bose premium sound system, very clean inside and out, and I love the color combination. These also have a great reputation for longevity and reliability. Oh yeah, the motor mounts were also done during the same time as the transmission because they had a little bit of overlapping labor, and the owner actually opted to get both of them done since he was already in there. This is a turnkey vehicle, folks. Just turn the key, start the engine, and drive it anywhere you want. It's nothing that it urgently needs. Just enjoy it, drive it, enjoy it with your family. I think it'll be the pride and joy of any individual, family, or business that owns it. If you think of any additional questions, concerns, or comments you'd like to get a hold of a live person, you can get a hold of me by dialing area code 916-765-7575. You can also find us 24/7, 365 days a year on our website, which is www.directautooutlet.com. Special favor to ask of you folks, if you enjoyed this video, please do consider giving us a big old thumbs up. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel, and then make sure you hit the bell notification icon. That way you can be notified of all of our future videos. Certainly do appreciate that. As we make our last few turns making our way back, I also want to use this opportunity to thank you for joining us and investing your valuable time sticking with us throughout the entirety of this video. I certainly do appreciate it, and I hope to have the opportunity to work and interact with each and every one of you in the near future. The last thing I want to demonstrate for you folks is the rear view camera, which is really user-friendly and very inconspicuously placed. I'm going to show you how that works right as we pull in, and then we'll back on into a spot. Go ahead and squeeze through these cones again. Fantastic. All right, folks, you see this rear view mirror? It's a regular rear view mirror, right? Well, wrong. Once you pop the vehicle into reverse, your rear view mirror will turn in, as soon as I put it in reverse, not neutral, turn into a backup camera. So you can see where you're going, make sure you don't get yourself into any trouble, and back on in where you need to go. Folks, if you have any additional questions, concerns, or comments, you can get a hold of us by dialing 916-765-7575. Find us on our website at directautooutlet.com. Thanks again. Have a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye-bye.